This video portrays women's attitudes regarding religion and God. I saw this happen when a man dumps or abandons a woman. Is this to keep their bubble intact, or is God now their temporary stand-in for the man? They haven't changed at all, and when they discover another or the same man, they revert to their previous patterns. Let's talk about religious women, specifically Christian women. They think they can jam a crucifix into their crotch and then clean their vagina with God's sleeve. That is how little respect most women show for their religion. Many women nowadays claim that they do not require feminism. This is due to the fact that such ladies are youthful, slim, and attractive. Women who do not require religion are similarly young, slim, and attractive. There's a reason why church ladies are old maids, single or married to their families. I've only ever met one lady in church, and she wasn't particularly attractive. But there were lots of fine and idealistic men in attendance. Isn't it clear why when their men abandon them, the ladies become such little good Christians? When a woman is dumped, however, her self-esteem is shattered. As a result, she hates repeating the experience in order to avoid being dumped by the next guy. She'll go to any length, including becoming religious, to entice a man who feels terrible about abandoning her. Religious guys experience enormous peer pressure from other males in their faith to stay with the woman they're with. If I were a woman, I would look for males in churches, knowing that such men would be interested in me and hoping he would be more loyal to me and that I wouldn't have to worry about being dumped. An unattractive lady is afraid of being scammed, so she attends church to be part of the so-called community, and then they seek for the so-called pious males and control him. But things begin to revert to their previous state. She abruptly lost interest in attending church, unless it was Christmas or Easter when everyone else was there, and not being seen reflects badly on her. I've known men who were convinced by ladies they met at church to renounce their beliefs. What does this mean for these female chameleons? It suggests that they are unconcerned about anything higher than themselves, which is especially true with so-called devout ladies. In my early 20s, I dated a pious woman who spread her legs quicker than a clam in a pot of boiling water. Religion was merely a pretext for her to strip down and try to catch me with her sacred vagina. She reasoned that she could just change one Christian faith for another centered on her precious ass. I immediately realized that religious women are whores and that I should avoid them at all costs. When a woman meets a religious man, he is usually young, idealistic, and protected, which makes him easier to deceive and fall for her deception. The religious man is a long-term substitute for the atheist who previously dumped her, and hopefully this new person isn't going anywhere either. Women can more readily manipulate a man who believes in God. One of the many reasons that men who go their own way are becoming increasingly attractive is the lack of religion in today's Western culture. In the end, if a guy does not feel guilty or remorseful for not reproducing, being fertile, or multiplying as Christianity promotes, he will naturally become more selfish, because men in other cultures have the choice of jumping from one woman to the next. It will be more difficult for many women to keep their high-status guys if he doesn't have any children and doesn't feel terrible about pumping and dumping. Because of religion, it is believed that all women are submissive and well-behaved. However, the majority of these girls are definitely just going through the motions while claiming to be religious. The more open our society develops, the less religious people become in general. Why would modern women worship God if they behave in this manner? Because I've lost my virginity to her and felt some religious guilt at the time, I stayed with her for 2 years longer than I should have. How many religious or non-religious women would choose to be with their partners if their health was in serious jeopardy? I'm guessing not many. I finally left her after I discovered she didn't care and didn't ask anyhow about what I was going through.